The party that commissions a project is known as the client. The biggest modification is the new sustainable project strategy in the revised RIBA plan of work. Design teams are under pressure to begin projects with sustainability in mind. During the Stage 1 briefing, these outcomes and any related targets should be discussed and chosen with the client. Throughout the design and construction phases, as well as at stages 6 and 7 of the post-occupancy evaluation, these findings should be validated. The RIBA Sustainable Outcomes Guide includes information on the definition of sustainable outcomes, associated metrics, and the newest tools for measurement and verification. The focus of this update, in addition to the sustainability changes, has been on strengthening the advice in regard to the planning process, procurement, and information requirements at each stage. Additional resources include in-depth stage descriptions, as well as new guidance on fundamental project strategies. The RIBA plan of work continues to be the industry standard for design and process management in the UK's construction sector, and it is also becoming more well-known outside of the country. This update identifies the innovations and trends that are reshaping the construction industry and provides space for them to develop on projects, while maintaining a transparent and sound framework. The speed at which technology is developing adds to the complexity of this process, calling for constant evaluations and small adjustments to the way projects are carried out. To innovate, project teams must constantly enhance their operational processes. Despite the ongoing changes in the ways that buildings are designed, built, maintained, and used, the RIBA plan of work is still a reliable and helpful process map. For a range of project sizes and project methodologies, it is still valid. On the other hand, feedback from numerous clients and project teams has revealed a need for more clarity regarding the timing and application of various RIBA plan of work components to projects. As we move into an era of constant change, it is imperative to produce top-notch design work in order to maintain the RIBA plan of work. If it is used consistently across various projects, it will benefit everyone in the industry by increasing their trust in their workflow as they move from one project to the next. Any client is free to apply their own interpretation and layer of tasks or documents on top of the RIBA plan of work. In a world of constant change, making each step clear allows all parties to focus on coming up with new ideas rather than constantly arguing about the tactical specifics of who should do what and when. Building design is a process that isn't always formal or predetermined. The oral transmission of the way to do it from one professional generation to the next is not written down or documented. Anywhere in the world that a building is needed, the basic duties are essentially the same: create concept designs or other options after you and the client have agreed on a brief and have scheduled meetings with the expert team. Coordination of the design, development of a planning application, request for planning approval, creation of a tender, development of a set of construction details. Acquisition of necessary permits prior to construction, awarding of a building contract, construction of the building, monitoring the building's progress throughout construction, and delivery of the building. This method can no longer be used as the design process becomes more complicated and is influenced by various factors, such as contemporary construction techniques, fresh methods of procurement, or new drivers like sustainability and maintainability. Globally, a variety of design process maps, or plans of work, are used to guide clients through briefing, design and construction, handover, and beyond. In the majority of nations, industry organizations or professional associations create the process maps. Pre-design stages might or might not exist. While some people do not, some do so even after construction is complete. The only stage in each is construction. These international plans of work differ significantly in a number of important ways, including the number of design stages varies from 2 to 4, while others are procurement neutral and place more emphasis on the design than the procurement process. This highlights the difficulties of the design process and the need to divide it into a number of cogent stages, each with a specific objective, before construction starts. Very few people consider the significance of thorough briefing, including how to incorporate feedback from previous projects into the brief, and how to establish the immediate need for a building. Not everyone gives consideration to a building's eventual use. However, some are beginning to discuss this and how the building's design process and handover procedures impact how well the building performs. Despite the variations between each of these work plans, they all share the same goals: to provide the project team with a roadmap for promoting consistency from one stage to the next, and to provide clients, who may be taking on their first and only building project, with crucial guidance. Prior to the completion of the architectural concept, engineering considerations are considered, and at the conclusion of the stage, they are included in the stage report. The performance of the building systems and the efficiency of using the present or future structures are improved by the measures included in building plans that have been approved for compliance with building regulations. A variety of information, including product numbers, manufacturer details, replacement procedures and dates, air handling unit serial numbers, and numbers specifically assigned to assets. In conclusion, Consumer Trading Organization Limited will keep hosting new concepts.